morning, everybody.
GM, Josh.
GM, sorry, I'm a little behind, and my routine is not used to this, so I'm almost got the slides up. While I'm getting the slides up, how about we start with any appreciations and wins from the previous week?
Man, so I was going to talk about it in my main update, but I'm really appreciative of the effort that went into getting Cosmos live in V2 and playing around with it over the weekend. It works really well, aside from the mobile or iPhone side of things, but I know we've got a fix for that coming. And just really appreciate all the effort all of the engineering work stream has put in.
You're here. Theo
also
and
appreciate you, Josh, for helping out here in DeFi's being in the wrong time zone.
Oh yeah, it's all part of the fun, for sure. Thanks for the appreciation.
Yeah, I want to say I appreciate. Well, I know Theobald, but I'm sure other people worked on the iOS bug last week. I unfortunately got sick on like Monday night and was out basically the whole week, incapacitated. And just thanks, guys, for stepping up when I wasn't able to be around and help you out. And you guys obviously came to a great solution and figured it out. So just props to you guys for taking care of that.
Yeah, I want to give a couple appreciations. One to Stacked Q. We had found the circular imports, and it was just a theory of whether or not that would fix iPhone, and we went down that route, and Stacked Q just killed it overnight, and proved it actually was causing that issue on iPhone. And then another props to Gomes, Elma, and Ryan for in my absence on Cosmos delegations, being able to take over and get that stuff out there.
That's awesome. We have Stacked Q. I don't see them in the audience, but I'm assuming we have some way to retroactively give them some Fox bounty for helping out with that.
I think Stacked Q has an agreement with the workstream.
Sweet. That's great. All right.
I wanted to give.
Yeah, Gomes.
Sorry. Yeah. A couple of appreciations as well I wanted to give. First of all, on CX Cash, that did some great work on the Cosmos validators for his patience and all my code review comments and all the iterations there. Also on Theo for taking over that validator work over the Friday. Today also. It really helped to advance there and to be almost code complete, and also one for NeoMaking that also did some great fixes there.
Cool. Thank you, Gomes.
And one last appreciation for Diggy. If you guys haven't seen yet, she took our roadmap and threw it on a timeline and organized it all, and it looks amazing. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure we'll be going over it in office hours. I just want to give some appreciation to Diggy for making that and leading our team.
+1 to Diggy on that. It looks awesome.
I can't take full credit for that. DeFi helped a lot, but thanks.
Just take it. DeFi's not here, so you can just enjoy it.
Yeah. Good point.
All right. Did you have anything else, Ocean?
Well, I guess I could have a bunch, but yeah, Josh, thanks for stepping up in DeFi's absence. Adam, thanks for keep bashing all of the stuff that you're working on with beta, and I really appreciate the efforts that are going on with the iPhone stuff too. It's super cool to see like core engineer work stream interacting with community contributors to like push out production fixes. I think that's just like a really awesome thing to see happen across the board.
Thank you for that. And I appreciate all the appreciations. That was awesome. That was a great round. And now we are going to move on. Okay, so here we are, week of April 4th. You can see the open source updates. No, that is old. Ooh, I think maybe it was supposed to be my job to update that to the current stats. But so the most fun one stat was that for the week of or since we started this program and since Ocean really kicked this program in December, I think it was we've had 48 outside contributors to the code base. So that's pretty amazing, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty amazing. And it's super cool. Ocean's done a lot to build the process up. And now operations, and he's been speaking to Tyler, and I spoke to Tyler last week, and James and Tyler are meeting tomorrow to go over some more of the details, and operations is going to operationalize this more so that we can really get some gears cranking. So very excited for that. DeFi he's in Australia this week, so he is online in the US afternoons, so he will respond. You can find him around, but not in the US mornings. Happy to report the Cosmos staking and delegation is code complete. I'm sad to report that this iPhone not working issue you heard took a lot of time last week. So that is getting in the way of being able to release the Cosmos staking and delegation. But good news is we are working on a release to fix that iPhone stuff today. Get the testing help from the ops team. Hopefully that goes today. And as soon as that's in, then we're going to merge the code for Cosmos staking and delegating and get that tested and moving that into production. That's a big priority for us in engineering this week. And then, right, Foxy's marching along. Keep Key Settings is making some good progress. Wallet Connect, all kinds of other good stuff happening to tail in after the big Cosmos stuff. All right. Pass it. Not Kevin, but Elmet. Elmet, are you here? And there you go. Come on up.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah, so let's see. Last week, towards the end of last week, I guess, main focus was the Cosmos delegation work. Josh mentioned getting it to account the chart on the web to account for delegations and do that correctly. This week, we're kind of just finishing that up, some final PR comments. That's one of those PRs that we need to get merged that Josh mentioned that will finish off Cosmos. And then after that's all completed, which should be shortly, we've been seeing Unchained Cosmos has been randomly behaving like intermittently, kind of either taking a super long time or returning a 500 error. And I've been looking into this a little bit with middle name, figuring out why it happens. And suspicion is it's ultimately Data Hub, which we use to get Cosmos node data. We could be hitting it super hard. And what could be happening is we're sharing the API key or the account with Unchained and Watchtower, and we really want to get those separated out. It's really hard to figure out, like I have some efficiency ideas how we can cache some calls in Unchained Cosmos and make it more efficient, but until Watchtower and Unchained are separated onto separate Data Hub accounts, it's going to be really hard to analyze any efficiency gains we get there. My suspicion is Watchtower is just hammering the shit out of Data Hub. So I'm going to be working with middle name or bugging people to try to get those separated so that we can start to analyze making Unchained more efficient if we need to, or maybe when we separate them out, maybe it'll just start working great because Watchtower is the culprit. But that's going to be my focus this week after the delegation chart fixes are in, is to start looking at Cosmos Unchained, making it better, and hopefully getting more two Data Hub accounts instead of one. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, on the SRE side, not a whole lot to report. Proactively, I've been working on EBS snapshotting for Unchained, which is going to make that system a lot more stable, a lot more easy to scale. Reactively, I've been focused on Unchained Cosmos stability. Started getting into that last week, and this week that I really want that to be my primary focus. As Sean mentioned, there are some things that he's going to attempt to do by splitting out Data Hub and implementing some caching in Unchained. I've got a couple of different paths that I'm going to be going down to see if I can sort out the issue, but really we're just trying to understand the behavior of the calls that the Cosmos API in Unchained is making to Data Hub, and why we're seeing such ability issues. So that's it for me. I will pass it over to Mr. Nerdhair for security.
Mr. Nerdhair, you there? Are you speaking and we can't hear you? Oh, yep, looks like it. Seeing you mute and unmute. Yeah, we can't hear you.
I think it's a requirement of this Monday meeting.
At least someone. Adam, you want to go and we'll...
Sure.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Mr. Nerdhair?
Any luck there?
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so right, I got some smart contract review stuff to do this week. VFox, need to do work on that, help get that architected and launched. There's a new liquidity pool oracle for the Rari pools, and I'm going to review that deployment and make sure it's all working fine. I don't expect any problems there because the HE people already have up in other capacities, but I want to give it a once over anyway. And I need to verify that the Fox Honey region farm pool thing got its ownership transferred correctly, so that we can go ahead and fund it with the rest of the money. They didn't transfer proxy ownership last time, but I think they've sorted that over the weekend, so I'll be taking a look at that. Now that Major Hayes is back feeling a bit better, I hope to do the alpha architecture review this week. That sort of ties into that service worker stuff. That's the next point on this slide there. The last week I worked with NeoMaking to try and get CSP header splitting implemented. Unfortunately, and this is entirely my fault for speccing it wrong, I didn't look at it turns out that the Chrome debug tools have join all the policies directives with like semicolons or is commas instead of semicolons, and basically it means none of that works. So we're going to need service workers to fix Cloudflare pages as well as alpha as well as IPFS. So I'm going to do a research spike this week to try and see what kind of lift that'll be, and if there is an elegant way that we can implement that across those various bits of the stack. Anyway, that's basically it for me, and on to Adam, I believe.
Thanks, Mr. Nerdhair. So I got the Thorchain and Cosmos stuff for beta fixed up last week. Spent the latter part of the week fighting the deployment gods. So it's been a while since we've shipped anything out to beta, which is pre-decentralization days. And things would have it, like, can go wrong, will go wrong. Things get stale really fast. And with some great support from the SREs, shout out to Middle Name and Conscience, we're moving forward, and we had to have a testable version in our staging environment anytime now. I was gonna talk about all the great progress and hard work on Cosmos and V2. I kind of did that during appreciation, so I'll wrap it up there.
Cool. Diggy.
Yes. Hi. Hey again, everybody. So a lot of stuff as usual. Josh touched on a lot of it, but for UX and design, we're doing some discovery and exploration on adding other EVM chains. We have some mobile migration UX that's in its first round. So we're going to be doing some usability testing on that. And then we're working on a developer portal, some changes to the homepage, and a join community page on ShapeShift.com. And then there's a bunch of priorities, as you guys know, going on. Cosmos Staking Part 2, mobile migration. The spec is ready. We're doing usability testing. And then I think Willie Fox is going to be the product lead on that one. So he's going to be scheduling a kickoff. Demo wallets in flight, keep key settings. Foxy, obviously our goal is to support this, test it, get it over the finish line. Osmosis, we're doing a re-kickoff. I think that's today, now that the Cosmos core work is done. And then just a reminder that that YAP bounty is out with Linim Labs. They are moving forward on that. They regularly message us with questions and things like that. And then Pendo training is underway. And then, yeah, I think we're just waiting on Mr. Nerd here to get that review done, and then see how we move that forward and move forward with getting this alpha environment live. And I will see if anybody else from product wants to come up here and speak to any of the other projects. Fox McCloud or Decentralized J.
Yeah, only real update on my side would be, if you guys hadn't heard already, Banxa getting potentially integrated as another fiat on-ramp. They are beating all other rev shares that we have currently. And since Anjuno's kind of been dragging their feet, that's kind of just going to sit on hold indefinitely. And we're going to move forward with Banxa and get a better rev share.
Cool, thanks. And I don't see Willie Fox in here. Decentralized J.
Not a whole lot from me. We're moving forward with a number of pieces, including finance, CapSwap, EVM chains, a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. And super excited about Foxy, which is now available for testing under a feature flag. So that's all I got here.
Cool. And just a reminder to everybody, on Thursday, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we have a review to go over the roadmap for like all of the various projects that are in flight. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for all of that. Is there anyone else with any updates or information or just general questions for anybody on engineering or product?
Just had a general question around the fiat on-ramps. Do we have any data to show, like, the previously in the beta application, like the revenue that was generated from those on-ramps?
Yeah, I don't. We have the data from Banxa, from the Banxa integration. I don't believe there was a rev share model in place, but we do have those numbers. And then with Gem, they don't have a dashboard for us, but they are sending that to us, I think, on a monthly basis, and then eventually they will have a dashboard. If we can do the work to get Banxa integrated into the new web app, they have agreed to a rev share model. But yeah, if you want access to any of that, let me know on the Banxa side.
Awesome. No, I mean, yeah, sure. I'm happy to look at it. I guess the main question was like that, if we took our previous Banxa activity, even though there wasn't a rev share in place, and we assume that we, like get that same amount of activity, that the revenue share is substantial enough to, warrant our energy. I know that we're going to bounce it out and stuff, but I'm just curious if we've kind of done that analysis.
Let me follow up with Willie on that because he was looking at the numbers last week, and yeah, maybe we can make some estimations.
Yeah, I was actually asked this same question to Willie last week. I think we were in a meeting waiting for some people to show up, and he said, I think it's this week they're gonna send a revenue share to the DAO's ETH address. Is it who's currently integrated in V2? Is it Gem or Banksa? I can't remember. Gem isn't Gem, and did you say we do or we don't have a revenue share with Gem?
We do.
We do, yeah. So I think that I'm under the impression that we're going to get some revenue from them this week. They're going to send it directly to the DAO treasury. So I'd be curious to know how much that is and what kind of numbers are going through there and be able to track that over time. I think that'll be super important.
Yes, agreed. And I think this is all information too we're planning to have to put together for the All Fox coming up.
Oh yeah, that's a good time to do that. That'd be great. LPX.
Hey, hey guys, quick question. I was kind of curious what the tech stack is for the main website and how easy or how difficult it will be to integrate localization, like other languages.
It's all in this. Yeah, it's all in this thing called Webflow, and it sucks. That's my personal opinion.
Wait, the main site, you mean ShapeShift.com? Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Not app.shapeshift.com, but ShapeShift.com.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a third-party vendor. Like it's you go and you log in and you use their content management system and stuff. So it's not like we can just say, oh, here's a repo, take this strings file and localize it, unfortunately.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we chose to use that back at centralized Shapeshift was so that we didn't have to rely on engineering resources to maintain shapeshift.com, because it's so easy. Like product and marketing are able to just go in there and update as needed.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for the question. Anything from anybody else? All right. Have a great week, everybody. See you around.
Thank you.
Thank you.